расценивать надо как первый поединок вот после травмы тяжелой.
Да, да. Тоже очень хороший поединок, который мне очень понравился. И да, несмотря на ссадины, несмотря на царапины, ну, бой был в одни ворота, и у меня не было, я не считаю, что я там получил какой-то урон в том поединке. Поэтому Линарес, потому что и там я пропустил удар, сначала нокдаун, потом перед тем, как сделать нокаут Линаресу, я еще и серию какую-то пропустил там на ближней дистанции. Поэтому вот эти моменты, они...
Read the subtitles. There's some significance. We're starting in a couple of minutes.
Бой, который давало плечо.
Да, ну если, как сказать это правильно, если это помнится, если об этом говорить, то, конечно, да.
Можешь ли ты вспомнить вот, к самому интересному, к семейству, для меня загадочному, первые встречи вот, с семьей Лопесов, с чего начались эти разговоры? Он как-то в одно время просто ворвался. И опять же, ворвался он благодаря своим разговорам для начала.
Самая первая наша встреча была, по-моему, я отбоксировал. С Педрасой он уже шумел или нет?
По-моему, он уже был даже в андеркарте у тебя.
В андеркарте, да. Да, значит, это было до Педрасы. Я не вспомню, какой бой. Я, честно, не помню, какой это был поединок, но после поединка, когда я спускался с ринга, он подошел с Лопесом, с Теофимо, и говорит, это мой сын, там, он тоже боксирует в твоей весовой категории. Я говорю, да, хорошо. Он говорит, ну, типа, встаньте, я вас сфоткаю. Ну, мы встали.
То есть абсолютно позитивно.
Да, да, да. То есть мы сфотографировались, и на этом вот мое первое знакомство было с ними. Тогда, когда тот момент, когда я узнал о том, что есть Лопесы. А после этого они начали ту игру, в которую они сыграли.
Был какой-то момент, скажу так по-нашему, момент зажигалки, вот когда с их стороны понеслось.
Наверное,
что-то было или в лифте, или вот это отец Теофима рассказывал, или в коридоре в каком-то.
Да, была ситуация, конечно, была ситуация. Но эта ситуация уже была после того, как они начали в интервью говорить. Они сначала начали, мне кажется, в интервью говорить сначала мягко о том, что мы встретимся с Ломаченко, мы там сможем реально его одолеть. Вот это первое интервью их было. А после того, как мы встретились в лифте, не в лифте, а в холле гостиницы, вот после этого уже они начали.
So, if you haven't seen, that interview is several months old. This was on him and Alexander Usyk's official YouTube channel. Lomas, Lomus. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We're back. I haven't done a late night stream in God knows how long. I'm trying to find a time slot. I think I should do late nights. Monday afternoons is pretty crowded. Monday afternoon Eastern is pretty crowded. Maybe I should do Tuesdays, Friday nights. I mean, I am supposed to be streaming on Saturday nights anyway, you know, the post-fight press conferences and whatnot. So, we're going to be chatting here for a little while, for about an hour, 90 minutes. We want to keep it about an hour or so. We got a lot of stuff to go over about, like, I watched the Charlo versus Juan Macias Montiel fight multiple times. We're going to watch a little bit of highlights, talk about it. Let me just go ahead and say, you know, there's bad blood between me and the Charlos. There's been for quite some time. The blood is bad. To no fault of my own, might I add. I am not Team Charles Hatley. I have never been Team Charles Hatley. I'm not going to explain it. It's some deep lore there. All right? The Charlo's on my shit list. What up, T.Y.? T.Y. got me in trouble, too. He got me in trouble with Sean Porter. Well, anyway, let me tell you the Charlo story a little bit. So, I'm known to frequent fights at the Barclays Center. It was here. Let me get it for you right now. I'll be right back. Let me get it for you right now. I got my jammies on. Hold on. Hold on, I'm going somewhere with this. So, can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? Y'all see that? Well, anyway, let me tell you what happened. So, normally what I do is, how can I put it? I'm not trying to boast to be cocky, but we were ringside. Before COVID, we were on a nice streak of covering fights. Me and the team, you know, working our way up the ladder. So I'm sitting there ringside, right, at Charlo versus Korobov, and Charlo versus Harrison 1. And I'm like, yo, Korobov is peppering him with that left hand. He was fucking him up. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think Jermall Charlo lost that fight. Here, let me pull up the clip. Broke my damn heart. You know, Charlo's hurt my feelings. Is that, you know, shit. I tell you motherfuckers, Charlo reporter. I got into all this beef with these Texas motherfuckers. And I want to burn this fucking hat. Yo, we got a lot to talk about. Let me stay on topic. All right, let me stay on topic. Because I'm tripping right now. So anyway, when I go to these events, I go to the events for you, the people. So what happened was, when I first started on YouTube about 10 or so years ago, for the first 5 years or so, 5 years, I was like a vlogger. I wasn't going to no events. So people would motherfucking be like, oh, you just a YouTube motherfucking from your mama's basement. You living with your daddy. You don't never go no fights. You ain't gonna never talk to the boxers. You ain't gonna never do this and do that. Yeah. You know, hating that shit. So what happened was, because of you motherfuckers, now remember, this is TstreeT After Dark. I can cuss. The kids are in bed, or they should be. So let me tell you, because of you motherfuckers, I started going to events. And I had to work my way up into events and shit. You know, it wasn't easy. TstreeT damn near died. Asthma, passing out, motherfucking legal shit, false criminal charges, alleged woman beater. My God. So anyway, I'm getting to events. I finally worked my way up to where we get ringside. So I'm sitting there watching the fight, and I'm like, yo. And you know, everybody be scared of the Charlos. Media members, they be some bitches. They be scared of the...
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Virtuoso has just donated $2. I'll never forget how he ate poor Evander's ear. Shame. Ben Simmons is trash.
Yo, don't get me started on that non-shooting motherfucker. Yo, don't get me untethered, all right? We already got some shit to talk about. Let me stay on topic. So anyway, I'm like, yo, Charlo losing this fight, and I know that ain't nobody going to approach him or ask him about it or tell him about it at the end of the fight. So fast forward, I'm going to pull up the clip. Let me tell you something. They hurt my feelings. Shit. I'm a Charlo guy. Shit. Can you tell I'm still thinking about it? So anyway, I'm like, the press conference is about to end. And they're like, all right, one more question. Anybody has any questions? And I see motherfuckers just sitting around, well-known, credible media members, just like, yo, Charlo just fucking lost to Korobov, and you motherfuckers not going to say nothing? You're not going to ask a question? So listen, no, this is relevant. It's only, listen. No, this is from Eli Seckback, bitch-ass channel. Oh, don't get me started. Lord knows, let me stop. I'm not, remember, I turned, TstreeT has a very profound reputation in media circles. I'll just say it that way. They gonna put, are you serious? Reporter tells Jermall Charlo he lost to Korobov. Yeah, nigga, he did. What you talking about? I wasn't just the one saying this shit. I didn't just pull it out my ass. Nah, when you told me, what you say? I forgot. Hold up, wrong screen. What the fuck? It was Porter with It was when Porter wasn't fighting Errol Spence, when he was on that long-ass layoff. Damn. I forgot. What fight was that? You was there and you text me and you was like, ask Sean Porter this, and then they started ice grilling me too. You know, but anyway, we gotta stay on topic, guys. So, Broner, don't get me started on that motherfucker. I showed y'all the clip many times. Just got the wrong one. So, where was I starting? What was we talking about? Oh, yeah. What was we talking about? Lomachenko. Boom. First topic. Hold on. Give me a minute. Got to pull up Lomachenko shit. So, Lomachenko is returning to take on Masayoshi Nakatani. This is the guy that Teofimo fought before knocking out Comey in the first round. And basically, the dude had touched Teofimo up. Now, don't you find it kind of funny that Teofimo hasn't fought since and Lomachenko was back after having surgery? Can we just go ahead and say it? Is it wrong for me to say it? Like, why do I gotta dance around the fact that, yo, ain't nobody trying to hear that Teofimo got COVID shit? I'm not one to doubt anyone's illnesses, but it just sounds fishy to me, man. And then with all the rumors about Triller having their money issues and restructuring, Triller's doing something. They're working on something. Something's going on there, but we don't know, like, you know. You know? I don't know. Nakatani got my respect, especially after knocking out that fucking child murderer motherfucker, Felix Verdejo. Duh, people, man, fucking stupid idiots. Like, God. Just thinking about that, I'm just like thinking about Nakatani. I'm gonna have to think about that. You know what? I think this is the perfect reason for. Do you agree that? Listen, don't give Verdejo no play on ESPN. You know, don't show no highlights. Nakatani just gonna have to deal with it. It's like scrub him from the books like they did Chris Benoit. Like, don't show none of that shit. I don't want to see that shit, because what happened was I was covering the story, and then let me tell you, people started sending me shit. Like, not like no death threats or nothing, but like it's stuff on the case, and I'm like, I don't want to cover that shit, man. So if you don't know the Felix Verdejo situation, go look it up. Like, you know, just fucking stupid animal. And I don't wish death on nobody, and I'm not going to do it, but whatever he got coming to him, he deserved. Fuck that. You know, just erasing. So let me pull up the card real quick. Let me stay on track, because Lord knows. Go pull up the box rack here. So I'm still really getting back into the real swing of things. And I've been restructuring a lot, and basically I'm a full-time father now, so that shit. It's not shit. I mean, let me use the right terminology. Put it this way. It's a learning curve, like scheduling and making sure, you know, it's training. So let's see. Let's go look at the card here. Let's see what we got here. What we got. Okay, Lomachenko versus Masayoshi Nakatani. This dude, who is this man? I know him. He's ranked somewhere. 168 pound, very highly ranked. 160 pound. Taking on Rob Brandt. And I did get an email for some other fights that's going to be added to the card, or that have been added to the card. And that's this Saturday over on ESPN. I am smoking Golden Goat. Golden Goat. That shit's called. Sativas. Only do sativas, man. Got to keep working. Also, you're going to have Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios. I really like that fight. I don't like the bullshit WBA belt that's on the line. So guess what? to me, ain't no belt on the line. It's just Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios. Did you notice the WBA president kind of disappeared a little bit? Like, where he at? Like, yo. Oh, one time, he was in Philly. I low-key was stalking the WBA president. I was trying to get an interview from him and, like, put him on the spot. So he was in Philly for the J-Rock versus Jason Rosario fight, another fight I was at. That's where, like, some shit I was going to say. Me and Fred and Blue Blood. Yo, I had some pretty crazy, wacky media adventures. You know, it was a crazy situation with me, fucking Fred, Blue Blood, Barack, yes, that Barack, and from the Zone, some crazy shit, fight hype, some crazy shit, you know. But the past is the past, you know. I'm here, happy to be here. Fucking people. So yeah, man. You met Humberto Mendoza? I don't never want to fucking see that motherfucker. Fucking scam artist. Humberto Mendoza is the president of the WBA, the World Boxing Association. You know, the organization that has multiple belts. You know? A WBA super, a regular, a interim, a gold. So I got to a point where now I just shit completely on their organization. And also, motherfucker, do you ever get to the point? Get out. This is my show. I can talk. It's TstreeT After Dark. If you don't want to listen, you don't have to be here. Damn it. And yes, I do get to the point sometimes. So just chill out. So what was I saying? You made me lose my train of thought. Well, anyway, we got a lot of boxing this weekend. Hell no, I ain't going to Spence Pacquiao. I'm going to go to a fight. But I'm not quite sure what fight. To be honest, I want to go to something small. You know? Damn, somebody put him on timeout? Damn, they timeout your ass, bro. Yo, be cool with the timeout trigger. Let everybody relax. All right, everybody chill out. Shit. Why is everybody so uptight tonight? What is wrong with y'all? Did I do something wrong? What is going on with you tonight? Like, you guys, man, you guys, like, sometimes, I don't know about you, man. I don't know about you. So as you can see, we're working into it. We're working into it. And you just trying to rush me, like, you know? Are you getting my blood pressure up? Shit. And you keep making me miss my train of thought, damn it. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm back full time. Jamal Charlo, he's being forced to 168 pounds. He got to move up. Ain't nobody, listen, for one, let's just talk about the fucking, elephant in the room. He got touched up by Juan Macias Montiel. Would you like to go take a gander at his resume? Now, of course, you could always expect, for a Hispanic fighter, always have that tough Mexican in him. And as you know, I'm half black, half Irish, and half Mexican. And I do have a little bit of, basically like a teaspoon of Turkish wolf blood. So I found out from ancestry. So anyway, Charlo, bruh, for one, he got touched up by Juan Macias Montiel. I like giving fighters a shot, but also you have to think that Montiel was elevated to a platform. So therefore, a large platform. He had his all access for build-up, Zoom virtual interviews. So fighters rise to the occasion. Maybe he always been this tough. It's just that this occasion rose him to that. So I'm giving Charlo credit. And see, I always need to give fighters a fair shake. But nonetheless, he still got touched up. You could blame it on somewhat of a long layoff. When was the Charlo doubleheader? I paid September, I believe. No, Charlo, Davis Barrios is going to do some big numbers, I predict. Or more so, expectations or overexceed expectations. Because for one, this bullshit right here that happened, and Atlanta is pretty, party town, I don't know. I expect some big things down there. I'm hyped for the card. Jason Rosario, Erickson Lubin, WBC final eliminator. Ooh. It was supposed to be J-Rock Williams versus Brian Mendoza, but J-Rock Williams is now off the card. Carlos Adames has been added to the card. Let me pull it up real quick. What other fight am I missing? There's another key fight. No, those were the 3 fights. But let me pull it up. I like the card. I've always liked Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios. I like that fight. And I'm going to go out there and say it. And y'all can probably say, well, TstreeT, your predictions are shit. I think that Mario Barrios has a chance. Maybe I just jinxed him. Maybe now he's going to get his ass knocked out. My crazy ass. Did I pick Leo Santa Cruz or was I close to picking Leo Santa Cruz? Knowing me, I probably picked him. I was in a rough place in life at the time. Shit, that's my excuse. Let's go look at the card. I was in a dark ass place. Yeah, here's the card. I like this card. Remember, this is the dude that broke Mario Barrios' jaw, and a lot of people thought that he won the fight, including myself. So there you go. Carlos Adames. I mean, I like the card. A Bartholomew's on here. I'm going to make sure I'm doing other shit when this fight's on. Dear God, no. No way. No fucking way. I'm staying far away from that shit. If I watch that, that'll fuck my whole night up. I'll be asleep. I'll be asleep at 8 p.m. Jesus. Nice solid card. No, sometimes I go on the street. Let me tell you something. You know how the saying goes. When you're up, people ain't gonna say shit. But when you down, everybody got something to say. Nobody ever gives me credit for my good predictions. Y'all always bring up my bad ones. Yes, there's a lot of them. But I told you, sometimes TstreeT, for one, I'll give you a disclaimer, and I'll say it right here. Listen, I don't gamble. I'll tell you who's supposed to win, how they're supposed to win, how the fights come together and everything like that. But however, it is well known that I predict with my heart. I be knowing better. I know better. It's just that I just be on some dumb shit. What the fuck? I'll be like, you know what? And I'm well known for doing that shit with Chavez Jr. I'll be like, you know what? The sins of the father, the son is going to redeem all of it. He's been through so much, perseverance and endurance. That's the type shit I be on. I be finding all kind of other ways the fighter can win outside of skill and shit, However, with Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder's ass, I've been following both Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury since fucking 2010. I've been watching them guys since you guys were in Pampers. So I saw that shit coming from a mile away. Just like the same thing with Adrian Broner. I went through that shit with Adrian Broner too. Where they were like, he's going to be the next Floyd Mayweather, when I'm seeing him getting touched up by Daniel Ponce de Leon and fucking getting a gift decision against Fernando Quintero. I love Danny Garcia. Same thing when he fucking got his little, some people may consider it a gift, against Ashley Theophane. I'm like, yo, I be watching these fights. So y'all don't watch no fights like I do. So I be knowing better, but I just be saying some dumb shit. I'm keeping it real with you, That's all I'm saying. So we do got to talk about something that's very, very important, though. Like, basically, where do you guys feel? I'm going to go ahead and say it. Did you notice that boxing ratings are extremely low? Sports ratings are low all across the board. For one, people are sharing logins. You know, God knows how many people watch my Showtime anytime, because I know my mom has my login, my girl has my login, my kids probably got the shit too. The pandemic fucked a lot of shit up, and it made people more like smarter. Links are flying around faster. They got to get more creative. Did you notice that Showtime is getting much more aggressive in their matchmaking? Meanwhile, PBC on Fox outside of the pay-per-view still putting on bullshit. I don't know, man. I'm just wondering, where we are and where pay-per-view is going to be a year or 2 years from now, because it's getting worse every year. Look at what's going on with Triller. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. Yo, it's been some shit going on there. Whether you've heard Mike Tyson has or has not been paid. Evander Holyfield is no longer on there. Why am I telling on myself for what? What I do? Y'all always making up stuff. Y'all always making up stuff. See, that's why I don't like telling y'all shit. Y'all always making up stuff. What's the best streaming? No, I buy my pay-per-views because I have to be able to do all this shit that I'm doing. And also, you know, like I do my best to buy my pay-per-views as cheap as possible. Oh, let me get this off my chest. I don't like watching pay-per-views, and you've heard about it, through the Showtime streaming platform. You can't fast forward, you can't rewind, you can't rewatch it. It's better just to watch it through your cable and DVR it. And people have been having issues with the service, with not being able to watch it. Yo, they got to fix that. Showtime, it's called Showtime Anytime, the streaming service. But you can't, the fights are not, something's going on there. They got to fix that shit. And also, did you notice that the pay-per-view prices are going down? Mayweather's pay-per-view was $50. That was shocking to me. Tank Davis's is what? Is it $69.99 when recently pay-per-views has been $74.99? I believe his last one wasn't it? They can't just be putting shit on pay-per-view no more. Fans are openly telling them, I'm going to stream your shit and there's nothing you can do about it. They're telling them, openly. Did you hear about what Triller was doing? Triller was trying to shame people after the fact to pay for the pay-per-view. Okay, we found out you were streaming the fight. We won't pursue any type of legal action if you just give us a little bit of money right now. What? Jim Lampley signed the Triller Fight Club deal. What does that mean? You think Jim Lampley is taking a big $15 million? You think Jim Lampley been out of work? You think Jim Lampley coming with a big price tag? What does that mean? Yeah, he's over there, but what does that really mean? They just lost Jake Paul. They have an Oscar De La Hoya take on Vitor Belfort. Belfort was just supposed to be on the Teofimo Lopez Kambosos card. That not fishy? He was just there at the media week before the fight got canceled. That's not fishy? Showtime Anytime is the Showtime app. What are you talking about? It's called, the Showtime app is called Showtime Anytime. What do you mean? Clearly, you're probably not using the app, or is that question is what do you mean by that question? If you have Showtime, if you pay for Showtime, then you have Showtime Anytime. You just have to get the login from whoever pays the cable bill. If you have HBO, you have HBO Max. That's how it works. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what you guys are doing. But no, with Jim Lampley being added to Triller, they needed experienced commentary, I guess. Because that shit be all over the place. Somebody to actually call the fight. Last time Al Bernstein probably I had enough. So he probably there replacing Al Bernstein. And also Al Bernstein with the Showtime schedule is going to be pretty busy. There's two. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's not two Showtime apps. It's Showtime Anytime. It's the Showtime channel, and it's Showtime Anytime. On Showtime Anytime, you can watch Showtime, what is it, East and West, or Showtime 1 and 2. Here, I'll just pull the motherfucker up for you. What are you talking about? Nigga, let's pull it up for you. I'll show you how it works. Make sure I'm signed in first. But yeah, when you're watching the fight, yeah, I'm signed in. When you're watching the fight, you can't like fast forward or rewind. So what you can do, you see how it has like live TV, so it has East and West. And these are the only, this is live TV. So when you're watching the fight, look, you see how there's no bar down here? And you can't even pause it. Like, you know, it's whack. To where if you're watching a fight on the zone, you know, or even on ESPN Plus, like I'll pull up ESPN Plus. Let's see. Where we at? You see, look, they're showing a classic fight right here. This means that it's live. It can be a little janky sometimes. Here we go. So then let's see how I can stop it. And let me see. Can you check? No, they're not letting me rewind it. I wonder why. No, but on replay you can. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, the Showtime Anytime, I'm not feeling it. I haven't been feeling it. Even on the zone has like special shit you can do. Like where you can go from round to round. Here, let me see. Let me just pull up something real quick. Where's the whole fight card? Here, watch this. So look, full fight. This is on the zone. And I like what they do here is you can go. Where is it at? I thought you can go from round to round. Maybe it's on like during the full card. But you can fast forward, rewind, you know, you dig. See what I'm saying? Showtime Anytime joint is whack. And yes, I do have all of the streaming apps. Like every single one. Now I got the Disney, I got the whole package. I probably have like every major streaming app. Shit I don't even watch. That's like my thing, all this nerd shit. But yeah, with all the streaming, you know, you have to have a plan. You know, a niche, a way to carve yourself out. Like the Zone has, you know, like their thing. It's like, all right, we know we're going to get our boxing there, but they don't have enough boxing, you know, to carry it and another sport. ESPN's going to be ESPN. Showtime, people know how to download movies too. Pirating movies. You're seeing these ratings. It's hard to believe like that they're going to climb up. For example, the Charlo here. Let's pull it up. The Charlo numbers are what about? Forgot. Peak 400,000 or so. The Charlo Montiel, and that's supposed to be the biggest since the pandemic. Here, hold up. Let me find them real quick. Highest viewership. Here's a article from Boxing Scene. Charlo Montiel viewership highest for the Showtime broadcast during pandemic. A peak audience 379,000. Now listen to this, right? Now let's go to Wilder versus Stavern ratings. Now let's go to the Wilder versus Stavern ratings, right? Now the first fight, $1.24 million, 1.34 peak. The second fight, where was it at? 887,000. Do you notice the trend how ratings have been falling on cable across all of the board? But more importantly, like drastically in boxing, and COVID may have like really like turned people off. The fights are bullshit. You know, let me tell you something. When PBC and even ESPN on that network, that's kind of different. You know, but when they're doing these 1 million, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, those are not really great numbers compared in the grand scheme of things. However, when it comes to PBC on Fox, it seems like they just don't be trying. And it's like you're the same as PBC on Showtime. Like, what's the deal? And then all of the pay-per-views stacked on top of each other. Teofimo Lopez. Jesus.
Damn woman beaters. We're gonna beat that woman beater down.
Damn women beaters. Anyway, Sugar1 has just donated £2 through Super Chat. Must have learned it from his dad. TstreeT stops Doug Fisher in 3. Sugar1 isn't a duck.
My mic was muted.
Like this donating £2 surely a degenerate. Disgusting. TstreeT stops Stan Raphael in 5 yes.
Not Big Dan, too. What's going on? Jesus, you guys are... Yeah, my bad. My bad about the mic. Them things are kind of scary. I am going to change them, though. I am going to make sure that they get lower. So what I was saying was, when I was muted, with all these pay-per-views, no matter where you put Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos, the shit's still going to be streamed to smithereens. You see what I'm saying? You know, these days, you have to put on pay-per-views that will offset the streaming, you know, to where, because you always have to account for it. These days, I can say, right, can you say that if a pay-per-view does 300,000 buys, that possibly at least 100,000 people streamed it, maybe 200 or even half? You see what I'm saying? Word of mouth has been getting around, and it's becoming easier and easier each passing month to stream. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how can this be fixed? It can't be fixed. You know, pay-per-view is a dying model, and especially with the purses of fighters. I'm not saying that they should be cheaper. I see it coming up. You're not going to scare me. I see it about to pop up. Brace yourselves. I saw it. See? I saw it. Let me turn it down for you so it doesn't scare you. Travis Gotti, my God, I haven't heard from that guy in years. He's a motherfucker too. He motherfucking called me a rapist because a girl didn't like him. Basically, long story short, back in the day, it was this woman that he liked, but she didn't like him.
Like that shit? Like this guy, woman beater? He must have learned that from his dad. Woman beater, baby. We're gonna beat that woman beater.
Kentrell has just donated $5 through Super Chat. Been a fan of yours for years. How do you feel about Wilder fighting a 300-pound Fury? Can this work against Fury, make him fatigue late? Shout out to Gap.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about Wilder. I got some nice plans for the build up to Fury Wilder 3, which is now a month away. Literally, that shit is right around the corner. But yeah, man, Travis Gotti, like, he was on some weird shit. Like, basically, you know, like, on some girl, like, you know how, like, when you ever been in, like, school and you had, like, a homie hate on you because, like, the girl like you but don't like him, and he go tell the girl, why you like him? He listen, blah, 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 blah. Like, he did that old bitch ass shit. I'm still mad at that motherfucker about that. Like, bro, like, ew. Like, who does that? Fucking weirdos, man. Well, anyway, moving on. After all, this is TstreeT After Dark. You know, so yeah, I destroyed his fucking career. I'm the reason why he's not around, if you really want the truth. So, or he's trying to come back. You know. But anyway, moving on. Like the pay-per-view thing, I'm trying to figure out, like, how can they fix it? And they got to stop fighting like these bullshit fights. Did you notice that Charlo versus Castagna was not on pay-per-view? I thought that was going to be on pay-per-view, honestly. You know, like what fights these days are like worth pay-per-view, like really? Because especially when it comes to like hardcore like boxing fans, they know like, I'm not buying that shit. I'm just trying to find a way, man. I'm trying to figure it out, you know? You got to offer something different. And Triller tried to offer concerts, but it's not going to work. Musical performances with there's got to be something different. You know, they do have something though with how can I put it? The broadcasts do come off as fun, but it's chaotic fun. They got to find like the right mix. Because some funny shit be going down with the commentary. But I don't like the screaming and all and talking over each other. So yeah, Wilder versus Fury, Fury versus Wilder 3. You know what? Let me just go ahead and get this out the way now. I have a hard time saying I want Tyson Fury to win. Because you know why? Because I do like Deontay Wilder, and I know that if he loses, it's over for him. But also, I do want him to get fucked up, meaning Deontay Wilder, for like all this glove gate and all this excuses bullshit. Did you notice what he did? And I was going to do an individual video on it, but I'll do it right now. Did you notice that he went to all the channels that would suck his cock? Did you notice that? Did you notice that? Now, this is probably going to be one of my last, you know, like hardcore streams like this for a while. You know, every now and then I like to let loose. But did you notice that? Like, he ran to all the channels that wouldn't question him or like, yo, like, motherfucker. Like, that was some bitch ass shit. And like, you know, that shit just, it's annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. Like, it's annoying. Like, bro, you made up all this shit. You're going to be silent at the motherfucking press conference. They making up excuses to myself. Well, you know, he just being quiet to the fight. He being motherfucking locked in and focused. Then he go run to a motherfucking hotel room, letting these motherfucker in, do a motherfucking media row. Nobody questioning him about like, so yeah, like, how did you find out about the gloves? How did you find out about the spiked water? All that bullshit. Man. The fuck, man? Anyway, let's pull up one of Deontay Wilder's interviews that he did. Oh, you know what? Let's pull up what Joe Tessitore had to say. We got to go into ESPN Plus. Let me see if they uploaded it to the ESPN YouTube. Like, I find it extremely distasteful that they just like made all this money off this man's name off of all this bullshit. And then when he gone, you know how it is, like 10, 15, 20 years from now, the motherfuckers ain't gonna give a fuck about him. Why does ESPN upload so much shit? That is ESPN. I'm scrolling looking for the Joe Tessitore on the ESPN broadcast of Naoya Inoue, 118-pound bantamweight king, versus Michael Desmoranis. They were pretty much ripping Deontay Wilder to shreds, him and Tim Bradley. I'm looking for the clip. I'm going to have to go into ESPN Plus, and I'm pretty sure I wrote down the timestamp. It's in there during the broadcast. I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but I didn't want to be fucking around with it. And yes, I'm only cussing as much as because it's late, and I'm getting it out of my system because I do have to stop cussing. So I'm getting it all out. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to stick around. You ain't gonna come in my show harassing me, man. We have an open, air environment. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can cuss me. I get cussed out all the time. Y'all can cuss me out. Y'all can call me names. Do your worst. Hold on, I'm pulling up this clip from ESPN Plus. Man, I'm trying to report the news. Sometimes I'll get some bullshit claimed from Disney. Like, sometimes I'm always dealing with some copyright bullshit. They're holding my Twitter account hostage. These jerk offs. Not Disney, some. Ugh, it's always something. I'm always copyright kung fu, man. It's like always something. I'm always got to get up, put my little reading glasses on, start typing emails and shit, pulling out my notes and pulling out the statutes, shit, disclaimers. All right, ESPN Plus. I almost got this clip. Hold on. They're like, just let me cover boxing. Leave me alone, man. Shit. All right, here we go. And the ESPN Plus desktop, it's still kind of clunky. No, I really do gotta stop cussing because I'm gonna have to do videos with my daughter around sometimes, like actually down here in the man cave. So I really need to slow down. Like a couple slipped out, just a couple, but I'm getting a whole lot better. All right, hold up, let me find this clip because they was getting at him, they was getting at Wilder, and it's like he was so silent at the press conference and then went to the hotel and start talking shit. Like the man right there in front of your face. You saying he cheated you. You sued, you went to arbitration to get the rematch, but you didn't go to try to sue him for the glove. Don't get me started on Glovegate. I don't want to talk about it. Like, it don't make no sense. And it's a fucking joke, and I'm not getting involved in that shit. And the people who are involved in it know it's a joke and it's bullshit. It's a money scam. It's a scam. It's a YouTube super chat, take advantage, scam. That's what the fuck it is. Hold on, we almost there at the clip. We almost there. I'm skimming through. Oh, I think this is it. Nope, they're talking about Michaela Mayer. Is it before this? It might be before this. Let me check. It might be after the Michaela Mayer fight. I think it might be before the Dog Bay fight. I'm checking. See, that was a key clip. They should have uploaded that somewhere to the ESPN page or something. Oh, wait. I think we found it. Oh, no. They talking about fucking Inoue. Hold on. Whoa. Why did you guys tell me I was lagging? Oh, no. There we go. Why am I lagging? I should not be lagging with all this money I pay for this damn thing. Okay, so it was a before the fight.
He's gonna like it. He's gonna get from a real man. Damn women beaters. We're gonna beat that woman beater down.
Damn women beaters. Anyway, 25 Tybone has just donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Must have learned it from his dad. I remember I asked you to ask Sean Parter why he doesn't want to fight Spence when he has his old belt.
He's gonna like it. He's gonna get it from a real man. Damn woman.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat that woman beater down.
I'm not gonna mute the microphone anymore.
Anyway, STR8 Drop has just donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Must have learned it from his dad. Wilder is becoming a disgrace to boxing. Vomiting face.
I'm not gonna mute the I'm not gonna mute it anymore, my bad. Yeah, I was saying that was around the time when Kenny Porter was on Errol Spence's team when Errol Spence was in the Olympics. So there was a bit of a link there, but not a link strong enough that where they can say that they were friends. And yeah, they did get kind of triggered by me asking that question. Hold up, I found the clip. I think I found it. No, this is important. We're going somewhere with this. I know I've been looking for it, but we're going somewhere with this. You got to trust me. We're going somewhere with this. It means something. It means something. I wish they would have just uploaded the damn thing. Got me fucking skimming around. So far, no lost frames. We doing good. We doing good. Oh, I think I found it. Oh, yeah, we found it.
People in boxing have showed me true colors. It rejuvenated me.
Hold on, let's rewind back. We found it. We found it. We found it. So listen, let's play this.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You
My
broke
back is
Oh,
broken.
thanks, bro.
what? A vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Angry Black Alley Cat Reparations has just donated $50. I'll never forget how he ate poor Evander's ear.
Thanks, bro. I'm happy for you, T-Street. I'm happy for you and your daughter. What does stab F mean? I hope that means. But thanks, bro. All right, so I found the clip. That's a big, generous super chat. I'm gonna buy some pot. No, I'm joking. Got enough pot. All right, so let's watch this. Now, we're not going to be able to show it all the way through, but you can pretty much get the gist of it. This is during the Inoue versus Dismaranis card.
Well into the triple digits, the heat here in Vegas, and the guy who always heats things up.
I went full screen, my bad.
The champ will be in the ring tonight, both on the app and on ESPN. That world coming up later tonight. Couple fights into our day and night of boxing. Rosario and Puente, the winners. But right now it's time to talk about Fury and Wilder. A much anticipated trilogy fight is coming your way July 24th. Right here in Vegas. Once again, it'll be a co-pay-per-view between the two representing networks. There were so many fireworks the last time these two guys got together and they had their final press conference. The antics up on the stage that day just down the street at the MGM Grand. Well, this week they got together for what would be their only press conference heading into their trilogy showdown. And it was nothing like what we saw before because that guy, Deontay Wilder, the former champ, came out with headsets on, sunglasses, refused to speak outside of short opening comments, and then we had this, a stare down that went on and on and on and on for 5.5 minutes before Wilder walked away. Here's what they said afterwards.
What's fueling me for this fight against Tyson Fury is revenge. Solely revenge. What I done for him and what he didn't do for me. You know, played games, even cheated. Revenge is all. My mind is very violent, and revenge is all I see. The world, people in boxing have showed me true colors. It rejuvenated me. I needed this breath of fresh air. I needed to see that. My mind is always going to be violent in the sport of boxing because the sport of boxing itself is violent. But now they done created even someone mindset that makes it even more violent than what it already was. How does it end? When people come to see a Deontay Wilder fight, they know one thing for sure, that he's going to give his all and somebody's going to get knocked out.
He gave me game plan away the first time because he wasn't good enough to do anything about it. And I'll do the same thing this time because he's not good enough to do anything about it. Deontay Wilder's a one-trick pony. He's got one punch power. We all know that. Great. What I'm going to do to Deontay Wilder this time is I'm going to run him over as if I'm an 18-wheeler and he's a human being. And I guarantee you he does not go past where he did before. Because before I only had 5 or 6 weeks of practicing what I was going to do to him. This time I've had 18 months of practicing what I'm going to do to him. So I anticipate it's going to be like an 18-wheeler running over somebody. And that's what you're going to see. I'm building my weight up. I'm trying to get up to 300 pounds for this fight. Because I'm looking for a big knockout straight away. I don't believe he's mentally, physically or emotionally involved in his fight. I think he's doing it for the wrong reasons. When people do things for the wrong reasons, they always wind up getting hurt. We'll see on fight night if I'm a man to my word and if I can run him over quicker than round 7. And I think I do, for sure.
Well, it's tough to know the reason.
So before we listen to Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley pretty much tear and Andre Ward tear him a new asshole, I want to say that Deontay Wilder's never provided any proof. One interesting thing that his now current trainer said, Malik Scott, is that Tyson Fury burst his eardrum in the past. Deontay Wilder clearly has something going on the side of his face. I'm guessing that's the dent. Egg weight shape form. I don't know how in the world you can have an egg weight in your glove. Also, he had on horsehair gloves. Remember, Marcos Maidana tried to wear horsehair gloves against Floyd Mayweather, and there was that whole big fiasco when Floyd Mayweather had Marcos Maidana wear gloves that were orthopedic, called Power Lock, that were more designed to protect your hand, not let your power go through. If I'm correct, somebody from Bernard Hopkins' team, I don't remember. Something was going on when I believe it was Kovalev or another fighter punching the wall. That's well known for fighters who use horsehair to try to manipulate that hair in there. The glove flopping back and forth. Horsehair gloves, no pair is ever the same. That shit is packed in there. JD's, and I hate to bring race into it because it's not really about the race. It's about the narrative of the race. JD's, the white man, was in the locker room with Tyson Fury and Sugar Hill Stewart and who else? Before it was Ben Davison, when the gloves were getting wrapped, along with the commission from California and Nevada when it was there. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. So that's why you don't have what is called so-called credible media members talking about this shit. That's why Deontay Wilder doesn't have a lawsuit. Now remember, he just sued or tried to do arbitration or threatened to sue if he didn't get this rematch. So why wouldn't he sue for that? And this is Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel we're talking about, who's really pulling the strings. And I believe that Al Heyman is one of the most powerful people in boxing outside of Bob Arum because of longevity. In fact, Al Heyman is one of the most powerful people in the world, whether you want to believe it or not, especially in the music industry, but we're not going to go down that road. So for all this to have happened in his building, the MGM Grand, Al Heyman has a lot in Vegas under his nose on his watch. Yo, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Lawsuits would have been flying. The fuck? But sure. Hey, whatever. Believe what you want.
With that to Wilder, because he didn't meet with the main media. He did some YouTube interviews with mostly reporters who are sycophants and acolytes and getting it on his terms. He made an opening statement. He spoke briefly with you afterwards, but a lot of finger pointing at Deontay Wilder coming off of this press conference because of not wanting to engage when he has spent the better course of the year, Dre, talking nonstop, making claims, having conspiracy theories, making accusations that Tyson Fury cheated, have loaded gloves, pointing fingers at his own corner, firing Mark Breland, saying he was acting as a double agent. The list of excuses, the list of claims goes on and on and on. And then he didn't speak about any of them the other day when he would have been asked about them.
Well, everything you just named in terms of, the character of Wilder and how he's, presented himself in the sport is not just the last couple of years. That's how he's always been. So when you see him sort of tuning out the world and trying to tune out Tyson Fury, it's a major red flag because it looks like he's hiding. It looks like he's struggling to deal with the pressure in the moment. And of course, we all know, and Fury said it, that Wilder's always a punch away from upsetting the apple cart and winning a fight. But we're not talking about that. Wilder has called himself a king, and heavy is the head that wears the crown. You have to deal with these moments. There's a time and a place to be home and get away for 2, 3 months, 6 months. It's been 18 months. you got to be able to face this moment. Your trainer Malik Scott is getting involved in arguments and taking the bait from Fury as if he's the one that's going to fight in July, and he's not. And then you got the fighter who's tuning out the rest of the world. You have to face that. You have to shoulder it, because here's the thing. Come July 24th,
Yes.
those headphones are coming off, and you got to feel the arena. You got to face the pressure, and you got to hear the crowd, and you got to face Tyson Fury. And my question is, are you mentally and psychologically ready for that?
Look, I know what it's like to come into a press conference with headsets on and glasses, because I did it, Deontay Wilder. I did it. And try to tune out the world. That's what I was trying to do. And the problem with that is that the truth will come to the forefront, and it always does. You have to attack the truth all the time, here on out. But at the end of the day, Tess, I lost that rematch because of the headphones, because I tried to tune out, everything around me, because I didn't want to hear what anybody had to say. And that's a foul in in Deontay Wilder. That's a foul. That's a huge foul, and I believe that's going to come back and haunt him in the ring.
Bernardo, you were there. What was your takeaway?
That the mindset is the same as for the second fight, and that's acceptable if you won the fight. I think when things don't go your way, you've got to sit back and reflect honestly with yourself and not worry about the outside noise and not worry about what social media is saying and not worried about what your fans are saying that you're the best and the people who saw you laid out saying that you're the worst. It doesn't really matter, because I spoke with Deontay after and I said, look, we all know that the only person you can't lie to is yourself. Yeah. And when he said, I want to have the same mindset, I want to be mean, I want to do that, that worries me, because it didn't work the last time. The first time it barely worked after that Undertaker get up by Tyson Fury. So you've been in there for all these rounds and it hasn't worked except for just tiny moments. To me, he's got to change. He's got to really listen to Malik and change his boxing style, because what he's done so far worked to get him here against everybody else except Tyson Fury.
I think Wilder, to your point, Bernardo, I think Wilder could have put himself in a better position going into this third fight to not just have a puncher's chance. If he faced some of the criticism and faced what he did, he knows what he did right and what he did wrong in training camp, and not take the route that he's taken. We as analysts and broadcasters, and I'll just speak for myself, I'll be the first person to call out a fighter if something was done illegally. But what I'm not going to do is put a jacket on Mark Breland or start to make accusations along with you without proof. A photo online of a glove that has indentation when there's horsehair in there and part padding, that's not the answer. JD is the one that went into the locker room with Tyson Fury. He watched the wraps get put on. Right. He watched Tyson Fury put the gloves on. The commission, everybody agreed that, hey, everything is good. We'll sign off on it. So the excuses just don't line up, and that's what concerns me and would concern me if I'm in the corner of Deontay Wilder, is that, okay, we're saying all these things, but it's not amounting to much.
Well,
can't say it any better than that. But during my build-up, which is going to consist of maybe about 20 or so videos by time, maybe more, by time those guys get out of the ring, I'm not going to be on that glove gate shit, because there's so much more to talk about. The undercard, what's next for Wilder if he wins, what's next for Fury if he loses, Joshua versus Usyk, all this stuff ties into Fury versus Wilder. The heavyweight division revolves around them two. It's a shame that it's been 18 months and people still, cashing those Fury cheated checks, when it's like Wilder not even cashing any checks from it. Here, let's go to listen to a little bit more, because I don't remember listening to. I didn't get past Andre Ward's part. A lot of that I don't even remember. I think I had switched over to another card, or what was I doing? I was doing something around this time, because I didn't hear.
In order to get over a loss, you have to acknowledge it first. You have to
Which is not easy.
It isn't easy, but he putting the blame, like you said, on everybody else, on the suit, from the suit to the gloves, from the gloves to some water or something he drunk. He's making every excuse in the book, and not one damn time did he say, it's my fault.
or put the blame on himself. He did tell me, I take responsibility, because I posed that question. I said, we had a great interview in the ring where you said my legs felt weak, but I take no credit away from Tyson Fury. But in the end, he said, I take responsibility for that night. Yet, it hedges on all the other excuses after. But in the end, it comes down to this. Only one man can make a difference, and he has to change, because Tyson Fury has his number right now. And Tyson Fury told me, look, I've been away from the ring for 17 months. How's that going to affect Deontay Wilder, that long layoff? He doesn't know.
And I think Tyson Fury knows he has his number as much as Deontay does. And I think wearing the headphones and having the sunglasses the other day was just as much about he can't handle listening to Fury. He can't handle having that in his face right now as much as it was about not wanting to face the media with all the criticism and excuses and controversies that he's put forth. It was fascinating. We didn't expect we were going to get that. The lead up, we'll be covering this right until we get to ringside, July 24th. We have one more fight on our...
I'm interested in what the shoulder content's going to be, because they're going to have some build-up stuff being announced very, very soon. Normally, that stuff starts about a month or 3 weeks before the fight. So we can expect probably something will be announced this weekend, maybe. Here, also, let's go to that interview that they were just talking about. I didn't watch it earlier. Yeah, here they are right here. I didn't watch it yet. So it's a 7-minute interview. Let's skim through it. Of course, we can't watch it. ESPN uploaded it 3 days ago, and Deontay Wilder sitting down with Bernardo Osuna from ESPN. So let's listen to a little bit of it, see where they're going with this. So this is pretty much one of the only interviews he did with mainstream media, boxing media or sports media, after the press conference, or before. I don't know when they did it.
Fight against Tyson Fury.
What's fueling me for this fight against Tyson Fury is revenge. Solid revenge.
Yo, look, this motherfucker really got a dent though. Is this? Damn, he fucked his shit up. Cause I was looking at the press conference like, yo, his shit really dented in. But a skull can't dent. You know, that shit's gonna crack. It just don't. That's just not how bone structure is made, man.
You know what I done for him and what he didn't do for me. You know, playing games. Even cheated. Revenge is all. My mind is very violent right now. And revenge is all I see.
In suffering that loss, what did you learn about yourself?
What I learned about myself is that I'm strong-willed. I'm a warrior. I understood the situation that I was in.
A booty warrior.
The circumstances that I was on.
Oh, twerking ass.
I could have went back to my corner. I could have quit. You know, and gave up. But I didn't do it. I accepted the challenges that I was going to be facing. Just to see where I am, mentally, physically, emotionally, just to see when I say I'm the best, and I'm truly that. And I proved myself, I proved to myself that I'm every bit of a king that I say I am.
You're a man of faith. When you went back to reflect on this fight, some of the greatest biblical parables are of those who get up from adversity. How does your story continue?
My story continues come July the 24th. You know, I'm looking to be victorious, looking to show the world greatness, the best version of Deontay Wilder. For I'm on a mission. And when you got a man that's on a mission, you better get out of his way. Because I'm still seeking one champion, one face, one name.
And when you look at the new team, Malik, what does he bring to you in terms of how you feel? We've seen some of the work you're doing.
No world champion, former world champion, any type of champion in any motherfucking sport should be shaking their ass, bro. Like, what was he thinking? And then he put the Black Power sign up like he was fucking doing some shit. Like, you know, back where I grew up, we couldn't do shit like that. Motherfuckers, like, your old heads will fuck you up. It's like, why you fucking doing some shit like that, showing off for them bitches, you fucking weirdo? Like, for real, growing up in the hood where I grew up, yo, no matter who you were, you couldn't do no shit like that. Ew. Maybe it's late. Like, I'm thinking, like, this motherfucker's supposed to be our world champion, making up all this shit, not talking to media, and you out here shaking your fucking ass? Like, bro. Like, and motherfuckers out here making up shit for this motherfucker.
How do you feel with him in your corner now?
I have Malik officially a part of the team as a coach, as a trainer. You know, it feels amazing. You know, Malik has always been with us. He's just been in the back scenes, but now he's in the forefront. You know, he's leading the pack now, and the things that we've been working on. We've always had
nasty ass nigga
together, but to be able to work with him, you know, full-fledged, you know.
Let me tell you some shit. He did it more than once. It's not just a one-time thing. He did it more than once. Like, bro, remember the one time he had the weave? Y'all don't remember that shit? He had hair weave at once. Like, bro, I forgot. Listen, I don't care what the fuck you do, but it's like, don't be talking all this hard gangster shit. Yeah, you're a gangster motherfucker and can knock me the fuck out, but don't be talking all and then you making up shit and can't own up to your motherfucking mistakes, and then you out here shaking your ass like a Puerto Rican whore in the terms of rest in peace, Phil Leotardo, Frank Vincent. You make me sick. Ew.
Oh, it feels good. It feels.
And TstreeT is not homophobic. Happy Gay Pride Month or some shit. He, she, him, her, whatever.
Feel amazing. We've accomplished a lot of things back home, and we're looking forward to returning to camp and to continue what we was doing, because July the 24th, we're trying to make it into the, just say the greatest fight ever.
All right. I remember for the second fight, you were telling us, I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. He has to be perfect for 36 minutes.
I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds, while they have to be perfect for 12 rounds.
So, in terms of the third fight, do you come in with that same mindset? Because I know the boxing work is being done a little differently. Mm-hmm. Does your mindset stay the same, or do you also change that and modify it?
I think I've gotten a little meaty, you know. So my mindset definitely has changed. The world, people in boxing have shown me true.
Hell yeah, he always on some mother.
You know, and I love it.
Yo, I was about to say the same shit. Why is he always on some mother goose ass shit? Always, you know, as the world turns, the moon gets darker. Like, I'm going to punch his head off and people are going to wake up. What the fuck is you talking about, man?
It rejuvenated me. I needed this breath of fresh air. I needed to see that, you know. So my mind is always going to be violent in the sport of boxing, because the sport of boxing itself is violent.
You said that already.
Now they create even someone.
I'm getting untethered. All right, let me calm down.
Makes it even more violent than what it already was.
All right, let me calm down.
Power is the one thing that doesn't go away. You've always had that. You still have that. But what's the one improvement you need to make to get revenge on Tyson Fury?
Well, you know, we're gonna do a lot of things. I don't want to give away too much, because all eyes and ears is going to be listening. You know, when I do interviews or when I speak, people just tend to tune in. They just tend to, let me see what he's going to say. You know, even if they don't like what I say, they want to know what I'm going to say. And I can't give away too much. I want it to be a surprise to everyone that's going to be tuning in. It's going to be in attendance, or whether they're in the comfort of their own home watching in. I want them to see. I want them to take my word for it, but take my actions seriously.
Deontay, you and I thought we had a really good interview post-fight where You told me about your legs, that you felt weak, but that was it. You said, I take no credit from him. And then things changed after. And you started to place blame elsewhere. How much of the responsibility falls on you for what happened that night?
I mean, all of it.
Yeah, shut the fuck
All
up.
of it. I mean, I can't blame no one else. I can tell you the facts. And when I display the facts, it's up to each individual to accept what I've told them. I have no reason to lie about nothing I said. But at the end of the day, it happened to me, so I take full ownership of it. And this is what we live to see another day. And this is why we're here. July the 24th. It's my time.
We did a show the other day, and I said, what's going to make Deontay Wilder dangerous is the soul searching. What he found within himself is what's going to make him dangerous on July 24th. What did you find within yourself after everything you had to go through?
I'm a king. Point blank period. I'm a king. I've been trained to go through the things that I was going to go through, to endure in this life. Not even just in boxing, but on the outside of boxing as well. You know, that all plays a part. I know who I am. I know what I stand for. And I know what I represent. You have so many people in this world that they're still soul searching for who they are, their identity. But when you know, you talk a little different. You walk a little different. Your views of the world is a little different. And many people may not understand you. But my favorite saying, what's understood, don't have to be explained.
How does this fight end July 24th?
How does it end? When people come to see a Deontay Wilder fight, they know one thing for sure. That he's going to give his all, and somebody going to get knocked out.
Let's read some of these comments. If Mark Breland didn't stop the fight, he would have been knocked the fuck out. Hope he doesn't wear a heavy costume to the ring with this time. It's hilarious to listen to a stupid person while they try to sound smart. Going to be the goodest fight ever. Deontay Wilder stays silent. Y'all mad. He speaks. Y'all mad. Revenge is the wrong way to go about this. If he gets out there like he wants to kill Fury, it's over for Wilder. I can't blame myself, then proceeded to blame everyone and everything. Fucking Wilder. Fucking hilarious, man. Unless he spend time learning how to box, I don't see how this fight will be any different. What a bell end. I'm all for him proving people wrong and getting redemption win. But honestly, all the excuses and complaining just gives me confidence his mental state is going into this fight he could break. Doesn't give me confidence his whatever, blah, you get it. Bro, I don't know, man. It does seem like he's just trying to force himself to believe. Like, where was this confidence at?
And this is where I don't like you anymore. I came here today thinking me and you were similar. Well, sitting around this table, I know that me and you are so worlds apart.
One Bronze Palmer!
You're a bum from Alabama who's getting knocked out.
I don't know when it's gonna come, but it's gonna come.
Skinny
it's
little
gonna
man.
be that very moment.
You're a basketball player. You came into boxing
right.
at 21 years old.
Right.
I've been doing
I'm
this all my
every bit
life.
of it,
I beat men like you 7 days a week.
You know, where's that guy? What happened to him? You know? I mean, we can't forget that the guy pretty much like disappeared for like 18 months. He popped out like 3 times with his little bizarre videos and shit with the piano about how like he was going to make people pay and shit. And then the other one about like how he was our king and that our king was here and then he just disappeared. Why is it so hard for people in boxing to talk about the real shit and exactly what's going on in the sport? Why has it always got to be this sugarcoating and all this dancing around and tip-tapping around the news? Why can't we just talk about the news? You know? Why do I gotta look the bad guy or the coon because I'm telling the shit like it is? This is all, you know, I can, like, this shit is true. He can't prove nothing. He hasn't. None of it makes any sense. And we're supposed to just be like, oh, let's not talk about it. Like, well, let's just ride with him and listen to these excuses about his heavy ass suit. I'm gonna even do you one further. Watch this. Watch this. I hope you don't get pissed at me, bro, but I did give him like a big ass shout out and shared the video. So watch this. I got something for you. Something that if you don't start cracking the fuck up, then you're not human. And I don't like how he threw them under the bus, too. I don't like how he threw him under the bus. Hold on, I'm looking for something, man. I hope I remember this. Oh, I found it. Oh, Lord. I found it. So, bro, if you're watching, I'm going to clip this out anyway. I'm going to edit it out in post. So watch it now while you can, because I'm not trying to monetize it. But he can monetize it if he wants to.
I am Karan Bhatia. I am joined by Cosmos, Glam Squats, Donato Crowley, and Cosmo Lambino. So thank you guys so much for joining me. And my show, we probably have a lot of boxing fans who may not be familiar with what you guys do. So could you just introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Hey, are you guys listening? Are you guys ready? Do you know who these people are? These two gentlemen? Do you know who these people are? Before we go any further, these are the creators of Deontay Wilder's suits and his mask. Brought to you by my man here. Let's put his link right down below in the description box. He's been doing work for Ring City and other commentary work. Ooh, and he even put the timestamps. Oh, my Lord. We are about to have some fun. If you haven't seen it, I am going to guide you right down what we got right here. Oh, Lord. Yes. Let's go on and begin.
The work that went into it. And he fought Tyson Fury last Saturday. He ends up losing. And then he came out with some excuses, and he said part of the reason he didn't perform well is because his suit weighed him down early in the fight and his legs were gone. So I'm just curious, when you guys first heard that excuse from Deontay Wilder, what was going through your head?
It was kind of a shock, honestly, and it was kind of very, like, it was like heart-wrenching.
Bruh.
Oh my God.
It didn't sound like Deontay to me.
It didn't sound like Deontay.
That doesn't sound
you know, because I know that Deontay would never throw us under the bus, because I know he absolutely loved the outfit and the fit.
He definitely threw them under the fucking bus. He threw them under the wheels. He threw them so far under the bus. Oh my fucking Deontay. Deontay. What the fuck is going on? Okay, let me calm down. TstreeT, get your shit together. Get your shit together. Get your fucking shit together, man. All right.
His suit weighed him down early in the fight and his legs were gone. So I'm just curious, when you guys first heard that excuse from Deontay Wilder, what was going through your head?
It was kind of a shock, honestly, and it was kind of very, like, it was like heart-wrenching. Like, oh oh my God.
It didn't sound like Deontay to me.
It didn't
I
sound
was
like
that
Deontay,
doesn't sound
you know, because I know that Deontay would never throw us under the bus because I know he absolutely loved the outfit and the fitting, you know, and it didn't sound like it really came from Deontay. So we didn't believe it, but we were on pins and needles all day because we were trying to call Deontay, but actually he was busy recovering.
Every time I watch this video, you know what I think about? Let me tell you what I was doing before we continue. Let me tell you what I was doing. Hold on, I gotta fucking smoke. Let me tell you what I was doing. So I knew nothing about this video. I'm doing some shit. You know how you can have your YouTube on autoplay? Shit. All right. You know how you can have your YouTube on autoplay and shit start playing in the background? So I have YouTube Premium. I don't get no ads or anything like that. So just give me that. Just I'll just let it play. I can't do it. I can't tell you the story. I'm gonna die for this motherfucker.
So that night before we went to bed,
Okay.
it was Deontay.
So all I heard was just, well, you know something, brother? Deontay threw us straight under the bus. Yo, I thought it was Hollywood Hogan. I thought it was Hollywood Hulk Hogan talking about Wilder's suit. I swear to God. I went, well, you know Deontay, brother. He made the suit for him. And I'm like, bro. And I started running to the TV. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I never watched the whole video so fast and multiple times in my life. I shared this video everywhere. I sent it to my friends. I sent it to my mom. I shared this video to the moon. I swear I shared this video with everyone.
And it was like, guys, things get twisted in the media. I love you guys so much. You guys are family, and we love Deontay. We got to know him and his wife and his kids. And, we got really close like family, So it was so reassuring to hear him, FaceTime like you and I right now saying, I love you guys and just get ready for the other fight. I'm taking you guys to the top with me and get ready for the next fight with Fury.
But he did acknowledge the weight of the costume. He did acknowledge that, and we actually listened to him in that, and we're like, listen, going forward, we know that we need to make adjustments in that because, he had to wear that costume for a lot longer than anticipated during that ring walk. Normally, it's a 5-minute ring walk. For that, it's not a problem, but because of the way the timing went in the back.
But he was in it a while before.
Right.
So I could see the weight, you know what I mean? Maybe, maybe contributing to it. I understand, But he clarified everything with us. And next time we're going to make the outfit in Scott tissue.
Well,
they said they're going to make his next outfit out of tissue. So it was supposed to have a battery pack on it. Now, mind you, did you notice that he said that outfit was supposed to be like for Black History Month? That shit was some satanic black magic occult shit. Or at least what it looks like. I'm not trying to offend the makers. I'm just saying that shit didn't look like it had nothing to do with Black History Month to me. That's all I'm saying. Oh, it gets more wild, but I can't watch it no more. My heart's gonna pop. It's gonna get more. The interview gets more wild. I put the interview link. I'll put it back again down below. Yo, bookmark this interview. Watch it. Share it with your family. Pass it down to your kids. Like, yo, put this on the cloud. Download it if you have to. Yo, Karan Bhatia, yo, he's going down in history for that interview, bro. Like, he got the makers of the fucking suit. Hold up, one more little snippet. Let me see. We're going to do one more little snippet. Wilder's suit process explained. Why does the costume weigh 45 pounds?
And why does it weigh that much? He mentioned batteries because obviously you have the lights in the eyes. Is that how much it weighed, and why does it weigh that much?
That's something that's really interesting.
We didn't actually weigh it though. I wish you could see it with us right now. So it's like dropping on a scale right now.
Yeah.
But we didn't actually weigh it. So basically, it's the same components as the other outfits. Basically, all made in leather, all crystals. But the wiring did add a little weight, and the battery packs did add some weight. So I could see it being,
So those battery packs also weren't just for LED lights. They weren't just for the lighting like that. What they didn't get to see, somebody at the arena dropped the ball.
Really?
And when we had asked for, we were very clear and went over it many times. He said, no fog machines, no lasers. So they had fog machines there. We asked for a blackout right at the end of the song so that he could have a moment. And with the
whole stadium.
blackout, the fog comes through and the lasers go on. There were lasers coming out of the crown that would have touched the ceiling in the stadium.
So you guys didn't see the
and
full
lasers
effects.
coming out of his arm pieces here. So had you seen like what really was like that moment?
Bro, y'all hear this shit?
Incredibly iconic, and that's where the extra weight was from these lasers and battery packs. But like, you know,
They tried to have him come out shooting fucking lasers and shit with batteries. He wouldn't have made it to the ring. The shit was already heavy. He wouldn't have made it to the ring. It's them skinny legs. People been talking about them skinny legs for a long time. They pissed about those lasers, bro. They was like, somebody there dropped the ball. We told them no goddamn fog. No black ice.
and the lasers go on. There were lasers coming out of the crowd.
Bro.
But they didn't get to see somebody at the arena drop the ball. Really? And when we had asked for it, we were very clear and went over it many times like that. What they
A little weight and the battery packs did add some weight. So I could see it being,
So those battery packs also weren't just for LED lights. They weren't just for the lighting like that.
Look, he is
What
hot.
They didn't get to see somebody at the arena drop the ball. Really? And when we had asked for it, we were very clear and went over it many times and said, no fog machines, no lasers. So they had fog machines there. We asked for a blackout right at the end of the song so that we could have a moment. And with it,
A moment? Who the hell are you?
comes through, and the lasers go on. There were lasers coming out of the crown that would have touched the ceiling in the stadium.
So you guys didn't see the
and
full
lasers
effects.
coming out of his arm pieces here. So had you seen like what really was like that moment was incredibly iconic, and that's where the extra weight was from these lasers and battery packs. But like, you know,
But you guys didn't get to see that because they dropped the ball in the end.
the fog machines just went straight in the air.
They went in the air.
They didn't even gather fog.
So it would have been even more of a moment. But I mean,
Bro, they are pissed about those lasers. They told them about to have no fog. You know, if Hoochie Squad, Glam Squad tell you not to have no fog, you better not have no motherfucking fog. Or they gonna go on, you know, YouTube say you dropped the ball. Can you imagine if Wilder came out, all these lasers and shit shooting out, all this fog, and he still get beat up? Yo, this shit is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm being a professional. This shit. This shit. All right. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Motherfucker. And then after all this bullshit, he gonna have the nerve to talk some glove shit. Man, nobody trying to hear what you gotta say. Bro, I can't wait to see his next suit though. That shit gonna be made of some nano machines or something. That's gonna be extra light. That shit gonna be light as a feather. They said they're gonna make it out of tissue paper to compensate for the skinny legs. You know, he's got those skinny legs. You know? No, but it did look nice though. I said before, like, you know what it reminded me of? I used to play a lot of Skyrim. You know, like going around being motherfucking black elf, going dark elf, going to people's house, stealing all their shit. And I used to like wear like the little mage armor. Like if you look at his suit, like he got like little daggers and shit. Like all he missing is like those alchemy potion pouches. Like that's what it looked like. It reminded me of some old ebony armor, some shit like that. Like, you know, like he got, you know, he obviously his stealth is not very high. You know, that armor's heavy. You ever play like an RPG, you put the armor on and shit, and they be like, all right, you're overcumbered. That's Wilder. That suit was his power armor was too heavy. That's what that was. That's why he was walking all slow. He couldn't fast travel. Motherfucker. They're gonna have a dude about some gloves. I do want to watch some more of this video, but we can't. So yeah, let me pull up the boxing schedule. Tyson Fury did his interview with ESPN, but we pretty much already know what he's going to say. I missed the Deontay Wilder where he was like, remember when he did to Dominic Breazeale? And pretty much how he told him he was going to, like kill him, Hold on. Pulling up this other clip. I miss that guy, man. Now all this high end and all this quiet shit he be on, not really feeling it. But you grow up, By the way, Dan Rayfield has the best boxing schedule on the web, bar none. And where the hell is I? There it is. Here it is. He just updated it 10 hours ago. Let's go see what's on the docket for this week. Let's see, of course. Oh, Paul Butler was listed to fight Joseph Abeko, but that's not on there no more. Good. Nobody wants to see that crap. No meaning no Abeko. I like Paul Butler. This card right here, obviously, Showtime pay-per-view. Barrios versus Tank Davis. Lubison versus Jason Rosario. Bakhtir Akhmadov versus Argenis Mendez. Remember, Akhmadov fought Barrios 2 fights ago. Broke his jaw. Carlos Adames has been recently added, and just ill, no way. Keep scrolling. Lomachenko versus Masayoshi Nakatani. Highly looking forward to this fight. Lomachenko's first fight back after losing to Teofimo Lopez. Clearly losing to Teofimo Lopez. Rob Brandt versus Janik Aklem Kanuli. I'll figure out how to pronounce that by Saturday, but definitely going to be covering these 2 fights over on ESPN Plus, the return of Vasyl Lomachenko. Julio Cesar Martinez versus Joel Cordova for his flyweight title. I think I've covered his last 4 fights, even the one where he should have won against Charlie Edwards. So I'm going to be covering this. And that is the 26th, the significant cards. And I'm going to be covering them. Next week is a very light week with oh no, wait, I'm looking at it wrong. My bad. This is a Sunday card, that PBC. Chris Colbert versus Tux Stute Nyembayar. I was there when Gary Russell had beat up Nyembayar. Tim Tszyu versus Michael Zarafa. We're going to be covering that. We would have been there if it wasn't, for some COVID restrictions and other issues. After this week, pretty chill couple of weeks after. Pretty chill couple of weeks after. So, I am back full time, as I've said. Had some things come up the last couple of days, which is the reason why, I've been a little bit behind, but things are really, really settling down. So, major upgrades, major things are in the works that I'm keeping close to the chest, but nonetheless, I'm happy to be back covering boxing. And I'm going to be streaming more and more on Twitch. I've been saying I've been going to do it, but I'm really getting really closer to doing it. It's not as easy, especially with timing, to make sure I'm having time to do all this stuff and not get burnt out. So we got 3 minutes left. I'm going to chill here, relax, read some of these comments. God knows what you guys are talking about, or who's arguing with who. That's what you guys do. Please take your time out. Like the video while you're here. It'd be great if we can get to 100. That'll be what's up. And thank you for hanging out. Yo, that Nakatani fight is going to be dangerous for Loma, though, because Nakatani a big dude. And what if Loma's going to be, Loma did start, laying hands on Teofimo late, but he started 8 rounds too late. He started way too late. I don't care if you don't have Twitch, then get Twitch, motherfucker. Shit. I'm not your motherfucking parent. I don't have to guide you. Is De La Hoya back on cocaine? Oh my God. Jesus, you guys. Is it the late night? What is wrong with you people? Oscar's supposed to be fighting. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, Nakatani's about 5'11", 6-footer. You guys just be saying all kind of crazy shit with no type of... Oh shit, there I am yawning. Had some good laughs though. It was nice hanging out with you guys. I'm getting up out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some videos. Me and Big J got some things planned. I might have to push that shit back. No, I'll be up. TstreeT Controversy. FightView360.com. Cover every single major fight live. Please take your time out. Like, subscribe.